Welcome to the Living from Your Art podcast. I am your host, Eli. I hope I'm not screaming in my mic. Sorry about that. Welcome back. It's been, I think, 3 years. Oh my God. So many things have happened. It's so funny when I do the podcast, I'm looking at myself, but I need to look at you guys. So, welcome back. It's going to be an amazing episode. I have a gem. Actually, I have an angel for you tonight. So it's gonna be a great interview. I'm back, baby. So let's start with the jingle for you guys who like jingles, and then I'll present to you my guest. I want you to open up your horizon as an artist and see that there are many, many opportunities. Yes. How did you like the jingle? Okay, cool. So tonight we have an amazing guest. She's a painter. She does amazing things. You'll see it's very I don't know, it's very unique. And she is a very experienced painter. She has a lot of experience. She's been living from her heart for a couple of some time. And for the one who don't know, my original language is French. So sometimes I'm looking for my words, but bear with me. So let me present you Angel Kourkoulou. Hello, Angel.
Hello. Ellie, my,
Yeah.
my language is Greek, so let's have fun because
Let's do a French and Greek interview. So you speak Greek, I'll speak French. Oui. Okay, so well, I'm super glad to have you tonight, Angel. Thank you for accepting the invitation to uh, kick me in the in the butt, so I restart the podcast. So I'm super glad that I have you as my first guest.
I enjoy that so much. Thank you.
Yeah, well, it's my pleasure. So let's start with a question, okay? So the first one, usually I just ask the guest to tell the audience who you are, what you do, and a bit of your experience as an artist.
Well, my name is Angel Kourkoulou. I born in Corfu, Greece, and I lived there for 20 years. And then I get married and I went to New York, which I became a mother very, very soon. 22, I have two children. But the amazing part of my life is that I grow up with my children, and
Mm,
also I learn a lot from them. And also I had the opportunity, as soon as they start school, I start school and I study in the most amazing schools in New York. I'm really, really grateful for that.
that is so cool. Yeah, what was the school in New York like? It's a art school, fine
Yes,
art.
of course. The first one was the Art Students League, which is the most amazing school on the planet.
Wow.
Why? Because I love Native Americans, and as you people see it, also I paint them, and they're in the Imagine Museum right now. But the school built on 1703 from a Native American
Wow.
in Broadway, when it was only the Central Park over there. It was nothing in Manhattan. It was hills.
Wow.
And I was also very, very lucky, and I'm grateful that his great grandson was my teacher. Yeah,
Interesting.
Peter
Okay.
Cox. Peter Cox, one of the most amazing teachers. I mean, all my teachers in New York were brilliant. And I'm still friends with them. Some of them, they're still my friends. I mean, they're awesome. And but what I'm going to say is the experience I have from schools, not art schools, it wasn't good. So for me, that was a new area. Oh, we listen to music.
Yeah, I don't know. Caroline. Okay. Yeah. So okay. Sorry about
It's
that.
okay. it's totally okay. I'm talking about my children that I grow up
Yeah,
together.
exactly.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
cool. Well, it's a great story. I mean, New York must be an amazing place to study. I love New York. I come from Montreal, so New York is very similar, just like 10 times bigger. But they have some snow sometimes, all of that. So um,
I love New York. It's like my second city. From my little village in Corfu with 300 people less, all
oh
of a
my
sudden
god.
you see that, and I have to find out how to operate on the subway, how to operate with my schools, and at the same time be full-time mom. It was a challenge, but I'm so happy that I did it. And after the
Yeah.
art student, I studied in Parsons School of Design, which is also one of the most amazing schools on the planet.
Wow.
They
Many different schools. So design and art school.
Yeah, a Parsons School of Design, you can study anything. You can study fine arts, you can study fashion, you can study how to create jewelry. So I study everything. I
Wow.
was thirsty. You understand, Ellie? I was thirsty as I was growing up in a village, and my first school it was with how you say this, extension courses, and
Wow.
my school it was in your country, by the way.
Nowhere.
My first one when I was 14. Mhm.
Oh my god. Such an
Yes,
adventure. I mean, you're an adventurer then. You're just moving everywhere.
I believe that when you start your life, and I was always painting. I always remember myself sketching. Actually, I didn't have the materials in my village like Giotto.
Yeah, on the
I,
rocks.
I I nearly had nothing, so I was using the soft ceramic tile, the softest, where that it was like chalk on the concrete. That was my first
Oh, wow.
and what I was painting, like my angels, my dolphins, my swans, it was larger than my size, the size of my body.
This is
Yeah,
such a great story. Okay, well, thanks for that. That's a great introduction. You're kind of like bringing us in your travel, so that's perfect. So, well, who were you before becoming the artist that everyone knows today? Like, did you do anything else in art or some, no? Always an artist. Oh my God.
I never remember to do something else, but of course I was a full-time mom, as I say.
Yeah.
And before I go to the schools, I didn't go directly when I give birth to my kid. Okay, it was some years that they have to start to go in school too.
Yeah.
When my children start to go kindergarten, and my precious daughter went with her amazing brother, and she was only 2, I start to, I open my wings and fly. But I had to, I have to be really careful, because if the subway has stop somewhere, I have to have someone to take care of my kids, and I had nobody in New York, so I had a
Wow.
order to the dean of the school, never open the door to anyone beside me, even if I'm late. Please wait for me. And sometimes my poor kids was behind the bars, but they
Oh,
became they became my best friends and my best supporters, and they're artists. All my children are artists.
oh, what do they do?
My son is a graphic designer in New York.
Okay.
He come back later because we returned to Greece, so he come back later.
Okay.
And my daughter is a graphic designer, and she designs all these amazing buildings in America that we know. it's awesome.
Wow. So
Yeah,
the whole family is artists. This is great. This is like, creating like with other beings and creating life and creating new worlds, right?
yeah. And my
Wow.
younger is in Athens. Is also an artist.
What does he do?
She's a piano player, but she's also a painter.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
What a family. That's interesting. I love it. Okay. And w- when did you realize that art was not a hobby anymore? That you could like, wow, you know, it can be like a
Yeah,
career.
I get that question before, and I realized it was never a hobby for me, but never also something serious.
Yeah.
It was me. It was my life. It was without art, I don't understand life.
Yeah.
I don't perceive life, and I'm really lucky again enough to teach. I'm teaching since I was a student, fine arts. And why am I say that? Because the necessity level is different when you're a teacher and you have to bring the knowledge to another person, and that time you have to find solutions. How are you going to do that? So most of the times, beside that of the clearing the words, what is art and what is creation and all this stuff, I'm doing this little test. Okay, we're in a break right now, we can go out and we don't paint anymore for 15-20 minutes. Just watch around you what you see. And that started in a little island in Greece, in Antiparos. I had the whole island, it was my students, different, about 200 people. I don't remember how many people.
Wow.
And I realized, yeah, I would visit the island every 2 weeks, and I stay for 2 days. And it was all day teaching. And I realized no matter the age, the people try to paint the clouds, and they just grab the brush and white paint and do the white cloud. So when I was asking them, are you sure the cloud is white? They look at me like they never get really asked that before, or they never see a cloud. So that was the first thing. Let's go out and watch the clouds. And then it was like we went with the cars because it was not easy. So they come out of the window and they say, Miss Angel, they're not white. They have different colors.
That's a great discovery.
And
Wow.
of course they paint so beautiful, beautiful clouds. Yeah,
This is so cool. Yeah, discovering the colors around you, the natural beauty of life, and just being able to see it for real. Like you, it's
exactly.
it makes me feel that you help others to see life really as it is, and not like
Mm.
with like
Mm.
something in front of their eyes, right?
Yeah, you come in the present time like that when you're a painter.
That's interesting. Okay, and what was the biggest obstacle, if any, between being an artist and becoming a full-time professional artist?
Well, again, I will answer to you as a hobby. For me, it was always the way of living, the way of supporting my family, my children, and I didn't have any second thought. Like, it was like, this is what I do.
Wow, this is so rare. Like I rarely meet artists that for all their life it was like clear. Like sometimes they kind of have a job that they hate and and they create on the side, or and they want to leave or the job, but they don't make sales. And but when you live your whole life like this, it's kind of interesting how it just natural. Well, tell us about your first sale. How was
I
it?
will
How did it feel? Like who was it? Like
I will tell you again because I'm teaching. I want to be an example. Imagine your teacher to teach you science or something or math, and work in another job in order to survive. You're not going to believe that teacher
that's true.
ever.
Yeah.
So again, I owe what I'm doing in my life to the part of teaching, because I have taught more than 6,000 students. So it's a big responsibility,
Yeah.
and I create more than 30,000 paintings with them and without them.
My God, that's crazy. And what? How old were you when you made your first cell? Like, was it when you were very
I
young or
I think I was 14, and I
14?
create a beautiful oil painting from the Corfu famous Pondikonisi, which is the little island and the little church. It's the, when you're thinking of Corfu, this is the postcard.
Oh yeah, that's good. That's a good concept to paint.
Yes. So I paint that because I just loved it, and the colors I remember was so vivid. But again, I was 14. How come I have oil paintings? Everybody in the village knew that I'm painting, even though I thought every child paint. Some people realize that I'm the painter, and when they come from Germany, usually from Germany, in the summertime, they bring me art supplies. So I have oil paintings. When I was 14,
Wow.
and the person who bought the painting, it was a guy from a family from Australia, from my village, but living in Australia.
So so you would be like having family members coming back to the small island, and like, did you become like a celebrity on the island because you were like the young uh, genius painter, or
I had no idea at the time what I was doing because as I was telling you, we are 40 children in the school, in the elementary school. And then high school is another story, but in my village, okay? So I thought every child can paint. And then I realized the teacher assigned me to do the church, the evangelion, the church
yeah?
story. It's time that you have to create the letter on the front, and the letter has to be a little painting, and you have to do calligraphy. And I was doing the the we have geography, and I have to create for every other student. If we're 20 people, I have to do 20 20 times Japan.
Oh my God! So you were the, how you call, oh, you say this, like the painter, the title, you were in titled the painter in charge for everyone.
Yeah, but still, I couldn't get it. But then when I was on the two last grades, we participate in some competition that it was all the schools from the whole country, and
Okay.
we won the first prize. And then I start to realize it's something different. Twice we won the first prize, and it was Alexander the Great that I painted.
Oh wow. Wow. I would love to see that. It's probably somewhere very far destroyed. I don't know.
I mean, my school now it's like museum, so I don't know what is left over. I don't think anything because okay,
Wow.
summertime, nobody was there to take care of anything.
That's crazy. And when do you remember when you had the thought like, "Oh, I can make a living from this"? Was it around these years, or was it a bit later on?
When I get married, the traditional thing at the time was the husband take care of the family and the wife take care of the children, which
Yeah.
is normal actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, but at that time I didn't have my attention units on that area. That's why I was also very young, as I mentioned before. I I was lucky. I had some people come to me and offer me knowledge, offer me the information. Otherwise, I could get lost.
Yeah.
And, and it was a guy in my neighborhood that he was from Greece, and he was very famous pottery teacher in the
Okay.
Queen's College. So he invited me in his class, and I create my first pottery, and he loved it. And he said, "Okay, this is a big talent. I'm not going to let you, lose that." So he suggests me. He had the catalog with the schools, and he said that, that, and that, and this is the schools that I really study.
Wow. So
I
you went
had,
to these schools to study to become better at your craft?
of course, because okay, I was painting already, and that was the fortune part. Because in the art students league, I'm telling you, it was no space for anything. It was a small classes, small space, and we're 50 people. We have one square, how we say, square meter
Yeah.
with your easel in there, yourself and the easel in that square meter. No
Wow.
space to far to see, and I couldn't even see the model most of the times. But again, really, I couldn't. So I have to be creative and painting my next, the person next to me or something. But again, I was very fortunate and I want to do it. When you do want something and you're willing to make it happen.
Yeah.
So luckily enough, diagonal, like from me, like I was able to see her. It was an amazing artist, very old lady, very old, about 80. At the time I was 22, she was very old in my eyes. And you know what I mean? But she was master on the soft pastels. So she just put the pastels on her arm like that, on the hand like that, ta, 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 ta. No creation of a palette whatsoever. And A to B, she was painting directly from the model. I was not able to see the model, but I was able to see her. So I was copying her,
Oh wow. So you're just doing what she was doing exactly.
and it was amazing. It was amazing. I
And
learned
and
from,
you learned from that. Okay. Oh wow.
yes, I,
Interesting.
always, feel like thankful for her.
That is so cool. That's a great story. And okay, and what changed your business the most? Because like in any like art business is still a business. Of course, it's you and your expression and your creation. But do you feel there was a moment where you took, I don't know, you did something or you took a decision or you had a
Yeah,
realization? Yeah, when it kind of took off.
for sure, it's the decision. And of course, as you go by, life give you, you know, can aberrate so easy and do something else that it's more shiny, more money, more this and that.
Yeah.
And I just put myself down and I make my doubt like what I want and what I don't want. And since I find out what exactly I want, I stick on that. And I every time, even a month ago, someone came to me and said, "This person is very famous, very wealthy. He need a personal assistant. I believe you're the correct person for that position. You're not going to think about money in the rest of your life or to sell a painting and la la la." And I said, "No," but it was like that, because now I know exactly what I want. And it's
Wow.
not always easy, of course, Ellie, if you do all this, the hats yourself.
Yeah.
But from the other hand, I believe that if you create interest and people relate, how you say, find something
Yeah.
that connect with your art. And I remember when the Imagine Museum invite to me with this English to talk on the ABC channel about the visual artists, and I was like, wow. And I was just enthusiastic, and I spoke. It was one of the paintings. It was that one in the museum at the time, and I
Okay.
explained to them my inspiration and why I choose these entities there from the Greek mythology, but I don't have the, in my mind to create again the Greek mythology pictures. I want to give a future message to,
Mm,
especially to the new generation, because I love the young people, and I don't believe they're worse than before. I believe they're brilliant, and I
yeah.
also believe it's my responsibility to give them, inspiration and make them understand what is the real meaning of life. And in Greek language, art means it's zografizo. Zografiki means it's twice the word zoe in there. That means life. Twice.
Wow,
Yeah, it's like I duplicate life with my brushes, actually.
that's crazy. That's putting. It's like we have a double life, two times the
Yes,
life, two times more life.
yeah, because it's a life out there. But when you create with your brushes and your imagination something, and you're able to communicate that with people,
Yeah.
that's all you need, because most of the times people react so beautifully. I didn't see the show on ABC channel, but people who saw it, and they have no idea because it was like that, come and do the show, they told me that it communicates and make them think and make them feel more bright. I keep that in my heart forever. If you can make people, even for a moment, more bright, you do something good.
I totally agree with that, and that's. I like to say that we can live life like as an art piece, and I feel that you actually did this yourself because you were an artist since the start. So I love it. I love the fact that you know the expression "burn the ships."
Yeah.
Like so you literally did that. Like I burned the ships. No other job is going to take my time than creating and doubling life, putting life on the brushes. And by the way, there's people watching on YouTube and Facebook. So if you're watching right now, write a little comment. Tell us, where are you watching? Do you already know Angel? I want to know, and I'll receive your comments, and that helps so that more people sees the interview. So write a little comment, say, hey, I'm Johnny Boy and I love Angel, whoever you are. Okay.
That's wonderful.
So Angel, next question. um, in today's world, like right now at the moment, in let's say 2026, where do most of your collectors or clients actually come from? How do you find people to buy your art, or how they find you, vice versa?
I think that specific element, the enthusiasm, it's what I use and what my curators use. So I have an amazing couple in Taiwan that they're my curators there, and they sell a lot of my endangered species animals. I incorporate my endangered species animals in every painting, but people has to know that, otherwise, but in every paintings you really find an animal under at least one
Okay.
endangered species. I just go with a catalog and find out, which ones are the most endangered, and I just give them voice. And by doing that, I
Wow.
find out that people also really relate on that and support that. So I sold the paintings in Taiwan. My curators did, um, with this subject, and then other TV shows became there. You see the enthusiasm. They talk. I have no idea what they're talking about, but they talk front of my painting for an hour.
So curators, TV shows. Do you go to art fairs at all? Do you
No,
what do you do? No, okay. So it's really
no.
like word of
Um,
mouth, or
I have my art on the Imagine Museum 3 years now, and every 6 months they change the exhibition. I believe it's the best place to exhibit your art. I love the museum. I love the curator there. I love the ID, and they love my art. And also, I introduce other artists, including my students,
oh
which
wow.
they're awesome artists, of course. And I'm very proud of my students, to be honest with you. And it's so beautiful to have them next to me. And I used to do that in Greece too.
Okay.
I Before I come here, I was in a city called Volos, and it's the city that Giorgio de Chirico born, and he was 5 years old when, you know. So a lot of the paintings of Giorgio de Chirico, you see influence from the environment of Volos. And I was doing. There is a center with under his name, and I was doing shows. And on the first floor, it was 100 of my paintings, let's say, and on the second floor, it was another 100 paintings of my students. So I keep doing that, and I love it.
That's beautiful. Yeah, to have students, it's such a great feeling to help others to create and to release. That.
And it is power, you know. You see
Yeah,
it on the next generation, as I say. Which
totally.
this is my aim as an art as an artist, and I as a teacher. I
Yeah,
love to give knowledge and make them strong and make them believe that they're going to make it as an artist. So I try to be the example, as I say before.
that's so cool. Well done for that. We have a friend of yours, uh,
Panay-
Panagiotis.
Panay- Thank you,
Friend from
Panayoti.
Yeah, Panayoti, thank you for watching. So let me go on to the next question because so far I love your answers. It's really nice to hear your story. Uh, oh, that's a fun one. Um, what is something that, in your opinion, I mean, if you have an idea, what is something that full-time artists spend time doing that struggling artists are not doing?
Hmm. I'm not sure if I get it correct, but
Like, what is something that successful artists actually do that,
hmm.
like, hobbyists, like artists that are not able to sell anything, they're not doing a successful action, you know?
I believe the most important thing, according to my experience, because I wasn't always sure about myself, it's the certainty about your art
Okay.
and to be faithful to your what you're doing, and also to be hard worker. I mean, if you have three paintings, well, you need to have to sit down. Sometimes I say 17 hours per day to create something that I have to deliver like in 2 days, 3 days. So it's yeah, you have to do it.
Wow, that's good. Well, being a hard worker, I think, is a great advice. We often underestimate the effort necessary, right, to create what's needed. So
It's not easy because, as you say, most of the times people believe art is a hobby, it's not the
yeah,
actual profession to someone. So
yeah,
it's very easy to misduplicate or not to estimate the effort, as you say.
yeah, that's very true. Okay, so the next one is also very fun. Uh, what's the biggest mistake that you've made in your career?
Um, I think it was a time that I left the painting behind the couch for several years, unfinished. I mean, I have my excuses. I have two babies, as I say, but I see now young mothers that they already past that state before they become mothers, and somehow they find a solution to continue painting. I mean, sometimes the children go to bed. Of course, you are completely tired at the time, but at
Yeah,
least something, at least to have an easel front of you and a canvas. And this is what I always say to all of my students: never put them on the side. It's your life. Just keep an easel there and a canvas there waiting for you, and just do a brass. I don't care. Do a few brasses per day, but don't stop. So that was my mistake for that. I stopped for several years.
so no painting at all.
No, I could. In my universe, it was like I was breastfeeding. I was take care of the babies all the time, cooking, or they were very close. The two of my first children, it was only 1.5 years apart, so it was
Okay,
like extra full time job. And their father was working outside all day, every day. So it was like, usually one baby need two grown ups. I have two babies, and I was one grown up. That is
that's
my ex.
yeah. No, it's a great. I mean, for any person, not even just artists, like keep creating whatever life throws at you. Life is
Yeah,
a can be a busy
exactly.
river, so keep swimming and being creative or
Totally.
sports, whatever it is. So being social with others, because it's true. It's funny. I was talking with a business owner today. She has a business that helps new moms go through some type of depression that they can have when they become a new mom and they feel like lonely, and she helps them with that. And like, it's true, many moms, they feel alone, and they just, like you say, you're super tired. And I have a 4-year old. I'm not a mom, as you can see, but I have a 4-year old, so I understand what the mom can go through. So cool.
Yeah, yeah. But it's
I
also consideration,
Yeah, your own considerations for sure. Yeah.
because what I get back from my painting, it's a lot of power, a lot of strength, a lot of certainty, and for sure, my art make me better person.
Yeah, that's
This
for
is
sure.
what I believe. Yeah.
This is who you are, right? So you're expressing who you are. So it's important to make people see the real Angel.
Thank
Super
you.
important. But yeah, of course. And what what are like one or two artists that really inspire you for your career, or can be in the past or right now, but that you're really looking up to them and you're like, oh, I love this artist, or
Well, I'm going to surprise you because the artists that I love and I get inspired, they're not famous as Van Gogh or as Dali, even though I admire both with a for a different reason. But for me, the most amazing artist ever, his name is Litras, Nikiforos Litras, and Nikos Gizis. They're both the previous century artists, and they study in Germany, especially in Nikos Gizis, and he was one of the first artists that they bring the Art Nouveau in Europe. If you ever see his art live, you're gonna cry. I mean, you feel the aliveness there without the details. It's a like a rough strokes of the brush sometimes, but the overall result is like make you really wake up and then you say, okay, I want to be better. I want to be better artist.
wow. So what did inspire you from this artist? Like his style was really what inspired you?
His style is it was like classical style because
Okay.
have in mind in Greece at the time it was Ottomans, so it was a underground school. So one of our the drachma, the previous money, one of the paper money, it was one of his paintings on it, and it was the painting that he painted the school under, like the hiding school, in order the children not to lose the language because the Ottomans stay in Greece 400 years, so they can lose anything, like
Yeah.
they not allowed them to study, they not allowed them to believe their own religion, they were not
Wow.
allowed to do anything. So it was his painting, called it Krifo Scholio, Scholio is school,
Okay.
under, like hiding, and just the concept that he got, it wasn't that school, it wasn't in his days, of course he was younger, but he perceived what happening, and the way he duplicated it was unbelievable.
Wow. Yeah, I can. I send me the name afterwards. I want to have a look and
I will
cry.
send it. I will,
And by the way, we have also we have also
emotion.
the emotion. Yeah, I'll have all the emotion. We have Despina from Greece who's watching now. She's in Clearwater.
Yes,
It,
Anayotis is clear water. Hi, Despina.
yeah, cool. So okay, let me go with the next question. So, oh, that's an interesting one. If tomorrow you had to start from zero, no
Yeah,
audience, no collectors, no reputation, what would you do first?
paint, paint.
That's such a great answer.
I mean,
That's
if
good.
sometimes, in order to sell, we forgot to paint. I'm talking with a lot of artists, and I see, the easel there, but the painting. So my question is, how long is the painting stay there? Oh, it's 4 months now. I didn't touch my brushes because I'm doing out. I'm talking to people and I'm create videos, which I do the same thing. I create videos by myself. I do everything by myself. But I'm not this perfectionist on my video. I even talk in Greek and then I put the text in English. I 2,000 people see it, sometimes 3,000 people. So I'm happy because I post almost every day. So why am I doing that? I just say to people, hey, I'm here and I'm creating and I'm thinking of you, because I'm not creating for me. Maybe I'm many hours in my studio, but I always thinking about the communication with other people. I'm not painting for me. I'm not put them, on the corner one after the other. That's why I have my paintings all over the place.
Yeah.
In
Got it.
in Clearwater, where I live right now, my paintings are in 5 places, including the Imagine Museum, the Forging the Future Gallery, which is a new one, and it's an amazing gallery, and 3 more places, which I like to be there. Even on my doctor's office, I have paintings.
Yeah, that's a great, dentist, doctor, chiropractor, where any office, your hairstylist, you can have paintings there anywhere. Okay. Well, I love it because paint, it's like create or produce, create something, be in action, don't wait. And yeah, I like it. I like it. People sometimes they stop creating, and this is where the
The
start of
problem.
the ends. Yeah, the problem starts. Well, okay, so give me one piece of advice that many artists are given or say to other artists that you actually disagree with.
Hmm. I would say the same thing. I see artists say, okay, 6 months I'm painting and 6 months I'm doing marketing.
Okay.
I understand. Don't get me wrong. But from the other hand, I've done it too. Not 6 months. I can't afford it now, but for a month.
Okay.
And I realize that I'm out of my center. I become somebody else.
Interesting.
And I don't like that, because what make me happy, it's create. And of course, if you just create, you get cuckoo, but I'm not talking about that.
No, I like it. I like it because it's kind of expressing what's inside of you. So if you stop, it's kind of stopping communicating in some sort.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like you stopping to do your major post in life. For me, it's my post in life. I'm here for this. I want to communicate through my art. If
Yeah.
I do anything else, as much as I'm doing it correctly, I become somebody else, at least for that period that I'm doing something else. And it's not happiness. If you really be honest with yourself, it's not happiness. So balance. I mean, you can do this and you can do that, but not for 6 months. You know what I mean?
No, I love it. It's so good. It's I love it. Your answers are amazing, and I agree with all of them. Let's go to the next one. Okay, what's one thing? Well, I think it's probably maybe. Well, you tell me if it's the same answer, but the next one is what's one thing that you wish that every artist understood about what it really takes to make a living from their art.
Yeah, it's a self belief. It's the trust to themselves, because if we lose that, we lose everything. Even if you're the most amazing artist and your master it's perfect, if you don't believe in your own creation, nobody gonna believe you. So
Very well said. Self confidence, certainty in yourself. This is
yeah,
powerful stuff. Okay. And if you could give artists just one piece of advice to help them make a living from their art, what would it be? Something they can do tomorrow and start tomorrow.
Paint, create a series of cohesive art, like not random, at
Yeah, yeah,
least
yeah.
15, 20 pieces.
Okay.
Then we're talking about cohesive, series of art.
Okay.
And usually artists get bored about that. I love mountains, but I don't want to do 20 mountains. I understand. You don't have to do 20 mountains, but you have to keep your major idea. For example, this series, what I have behind me, belong um, to an art series called Whispers from Atlantis.
Okay.
Okay, I started this series like 2 years ago. I get my master degree because of that series. And then I
Wow.
realized that people love the idea of Atlantis. Different idea, it doesn't matter. But you see, I connected with something they know or they want to know about. Even as I say, they have different concept in their mind. But as I incorporate the animals and also an entity like kind of protector or something in each of the painting, it start to become interesting and start to I have questions that from a little child to an older guy, person. It was the other one of the exhibition on the Imagine Museum. I remember it was a family looking for me, and we have the tag here with their names. They they saw me and they said, "Oh, we finally find you." And the young children start to talk first, like 10, 8. And they said, we like to paint like that. We never believe an artist can give us these, concepts and ideas. And they say that with their own words, but it was like, and then the mother has tears in her eyes because these children talking to her about my art all the time in that exhibition. And as I said before, Ellie, I what I believe about myself, it's a responsibility in my shoulders. If even one pair of children eyes see my art and they see something in that painting, in that art, in that creation, I feel more responsible for this person, and the whole generation. So I'm listening. Most of the times I go behind when they look my art and I'm listening what they say. And I learn a lot. I'm telling you.
This is so good. I want to show a bit more. Like I showed at the beginning some of your art, but I want to show again because it's so beautiful. Look at these things.
Thank you.
It's so
This is
beautiful.
the one you have now. It's going to be the opening is going to be on 25th of July in the Imagine Museum, and it's a physical size, natural size.
Wow. Now
And
it's
this is
really
also
also
this
a
one.
what?
It's in the Imagine Museum for all the year. It's going to finish at the end of the year. The exhibition about the 250
Are we?
um,
Yeah,
anniversary for the Independence Day of America.
yeah. It's
So
that one.
that was my idea, and it's also 8 feet by 4. It's a large painting.
Yeah, I love big paintings. Well, thank you so much for this interview. It was very inspiring. I love to. It's like I know you very well now, and we're new friends. I love it, and I cannot wait to go back to the Imagine Museum and see your paintings there. Where can people find your work online?
I'm on my website, which is myname.com, angelkourkoulou.com.
Okay.
And also, of course, in the Imagine Museum, here in the Forging the Future Gallery. I have another 20 pieces over there. And in my doctor's clinic, Dr. Ned's.
Do you have Instagram or
Of
Facebook?
course,
Yeah.
everything I post a lot, almost every day. My
And how
name,
do we
Angel
find you? Angel Kourkoulou?
Kourkoulou, yeah, as
Okay.
it is on your screen, and
Okay.
everywhere. everywhere like that, and also in Taiwan.
Yeah, so I'll go visit Taiwan and I'll buy some I'll buy some paintings and go come back.
Well,
Cool. Well,
the
yeah, go ahead.
first one in Taiwan I visit. It was January 25, and I've been there, and I helped, with the opening and everything. And it was in the Grand Hyatt, Taipei 101, which is the highest building over there.
Wow.
Yeah, it was really a remarkable experience,
That
and
must be,
very,
yeah.
I don't know how to describe, a lot of lights and a lot of love.
Magically aesthetics.
Yes, magically aesthetics.
Ah, that's so cool. Well, thank you so much, Angel. So we'll end the interview. So I'll remove you from the studio, and
Thank you,
but
Ellie.
stay
Of
in the virtual studio so we can chat a bit afterwards.
course.
And thank you
Thank you so much.
for yeah, it's my pleasure. I'm happy that you're the first one for the comeback. So it's gonna be hard to beat, but thank you so much again. And let's talk after the podcast. Okay. Bye bye. Okay, everyone. So that was amazing. Angel, she's so talented, and as a being, she's amazing. So thank you so much, everyone, for watching my comeback with the Living from Your Art podcast. So we'll try to do one interview every week. I cannot guarantee I'll be able to do this, but that's the decision. Okay. So until then, make sure to watch. I post daily videos that are amazing about past artists and art business lessons that you can learn from them, and they're super fun to do and very popular. So I highly encourage that you have a look. And yeah, have a great evening and talk to you soon.